Hey fam, what's good? What's good? I hope that you're well and keeping safe. Welcome back to another one. Hey yo, what happened to Donald Trump? You know what? That is foul. That is foul. I hope that you are good, right? I hope that him and his family are, you know what, taking this situation well, even though it is not a well situation, that. But in overall, I hope that dude is well. However, that will definitely have some sort of an impact inside the market as well. That's why I'm curious to see what will find itself happening over the course of this week when it comes down to the DXY, as well as, you know, when it comes down to stocks. But in overall, Donald Trump, I hope that he is all good. I hope that is all good. So without wasting your time, let's get into this beautiful breakdown. You know what? Let's start off with our DXY, which is our dollar index, right? What's happening on the dollar index? So over here, we can currently see that, you know what, price have found itself creating a beautiful high as well as a beautiful lower high right over here as well. That now, with price basically creating the lower high, this simply means that, you know what, there is a high possibility that we are somewhat bearish in structure, right? But me, Diego, I do not consider us being bearish in structure just off yet, right? You're gonna be like, nah, D. How can you say a lower high and then you want to say that we're not bearish in structure? That, but just looking at my weekly time frame, what I am seeing is simply the following. Fam, listen, it's super important to always follow your bias, your directional bias whatsoever, right? Because at the end of the day, that's how you are going to learn, right? If you are wrong, cool, you are wrong. Learn from that mistake. And that's it, right? Just learn from it. That's it, fam. That's it. So looking at, you know what, these lovely turning points right over here, we can basically see that we do have some quite relatively equal lows coming through right over here, right? So is there a possibility for us to basically find ourselves having some sort of an actual, you know, just taking out liquidity and then have some sort of an actual upside momentum on this beautiful pair called the DXY? I don't know, but would I like to see that? I would actually love to see that, to be honest, right? I would love to see that, to be honest. Over here, we can basically see that we do have some sort of an inversion fair value gap, which the market basically left for us as well. Inversion fair value gap right over there. So can we see the DXY have a further continuation move to the downside, right? Get into this region and then have some sort of an upside momentum? I don't know. Right? Would I would love to see that. I would love to see that. Right. So that right there is my bias. I would like to see some downside for some beautiful upside momentum when it comes down to the DXY. The daily time frame is literally painting the exact same picture as well. Right, as we can see on the daily time frame, these lows which we have found ourselves creating over here as well, you know what, they are quite relatively equal as well. So with these areas being quite relatively equal, that I want to see price basically take out these lows right over there, right? These lows I definitely want to see price take out. I definitely want to see price take out those lows, right? And then another thing that is basically going hand in hand with what I am trying to say, that with us basically having that shift towards the downside, would be the following. Check this out. If we're going to look at the daily time frame, right, the daily time frame, here we can clearly see that we are bearish in structure, right? We have a high, we came back up, we had a beautiful higher high right there, we came back down, right? So there we have a proper correction, right? If you're gonna find yourself just boxing out these down close candles right over there, that was basically your breaker, right? Look at that. Price literally came back into the breaker beautifully, had a nice shift towards the downside right over there as well, right? But nonetheless, what I'm trying to say is that price did find itself creating that beautiful higher high. Right after that, price literally had a beautiful slam towards the downside, creating a lower low, right? And currently price is creating another lower low as well. So with you knowing that price is creating a lower low, what are you expecting price to do? You are expecting price to have some sort of a pullback, right? And what I am now currently doing is just simply preparing myself for the actual pullback that can find itself happening on this beautiful pair called the DXY, right? And where can we potentially get that? We do have some relatively equal lows right over here. So price can easily just take out those lows and have an actual shift towards the upside, right? Or price can just simply find itself having a further dump back towards the downside, back into the actual inversion fair value gap we find ourselves creating on the weekly time frame, and then have that actual shift back towards the upside, right? So ultimately what I am preparing on the DXY is for price to have that actual change in market structure so that we can find ourselves having some sort of an actual, you know what, push back towards the upside. Okay, so that right there is my outlook when it comes down to this beautiful pair called the DXY. All I'm basically looking out for on the DXY is volume, right? Momentum. I just want to see where the volume is so that I can find myself making a decision on what can potentially happen on the trade, which we are actually, you know, or on the instrument, which we are actually finding ourselves trading, right? So going to the actual, the NASDAQ, right? Looking at the NASDAQ, we can see that we are overly extended towards the upside on the NASDAQ as well. And this is the monthly time frame, right? And with this basically being the monthly time frame, we need some sort of a pullback as well, fam. We need some sort of a pullback as well, right? But let's scale to our weekly time frame and let's see what's happening on the weekly time frame as well. All right. So weekly time frame, what I will find myself doing is box out this candle once again, right? And I would love to see price actually have some sort of a push back into this candle and potentially find ourselves having a further continuation move to the upside. Or you know what, if price is just simply going to find itself having a closure below, we might just find ourselves having a further continuation move back towards the downside, right? However, at this current moment, all I want to see price do is literally, can we come back into this area which we have found ourselves boxing out right over here, right? And from current price, that is around about 300 odd pips towards the downside. So that is a whole lot of pips. That is a whole lot of playground. Am I complaining about that? Hell no. No. I ain't complaining about that. So clean stuff, right? Looking at the daily time frame over here, on my daily time frame, right, what can we see? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? We are still bullish in structure. All right, we are still bullish in structure when it comes down to our daily time frame, right? So on the daily time frame, we can potentially see price fill up this week right over here, right? That week right there. We can potentially see price fill up that week and then potentially have that shift back towards the downside, back into this box we have found ourselves outlining right over there, right? Even if I can just find myself adjusting my box just like that, right? And maybe just find myself boxing out this fee value gap, which we have found ourselves creating inside as well, right? As a point of interest, seeing, you know what, can we find ourselves coming back into this fee value gap? This fee value gap is literally lining up within an actual order block. So this simply means that, you know what, this fee value gap is quite significant. So if price is going to find itself having some sort of a pullback into this region, you know what, there's a high possibility that we can see price have some sort of an actual reaction. That even if I can get out my Fibonacci from how we have current price, now we can have out our Fib from the low all the way back up to the high, just like that. Boom. Right? What can we see? We can see that price is currently lining up within what? A premium area, right? So price is currently expensive. And what is it that we ultimately want to see? We want to see price come back into a discounted area. And we can see that this actual fair value gap is lining up within a discounted area as well. So there is a high possibility for us to come all the way back down, back into this area. And this is where I will monitor price, right? Seeing if we can potentially have some sort of an actual shift back towards the upside, right? Plan B will literally just be, if we're going to remain bearish in structure, we do have some relatively equal lows which we have found ourselves creating, right? Maybe on the 4-hourly time frame, we will see it much cleaner. Check this out. Or maybe we can just remove that and just remove that, right? These lows which we have found ourselves creating over here, they are quite relatively equal. Look at that. right? So eventually price need to find itself taking out price right over there as well. Okay, price needs to find itself doing that right there. All right, so even if I can find myself zooming in on my H4 time frame, check this out. That daily fair value gap we have found ourselves creating is also lining up within an H4 fair value gap as well. You know what, we never find ourselves coming back for the retest inside this area. So can we see price come all the way back and have some sort of a bounce from this area? I would actually love that right there, right? So ultimately this right here is my main focus. I would love to see if we can find ourselves hitting all the way back down, back into this area, see if we can have some sort of a reaction for some upside momentum, right? But ultimately as well is, can we have some sort of a shift towards the upside, take out liquidity right over here, have some sort of a reaction, look at price, you know what, or just to find ourselves looking to take price all the way back down, back into the fair value gap. Will this mean that I will swing price if we would have that momentum, right? That's 500 plus pips to the upside, right? Well, to the downside. No, I'm not going to find myself swinging price. What I will do is, you know what? I'm going to come to the charts each and every single day, right? I might not be right each and every single day, but I will make sure that I find myself participating with price each and every single day and see if I can just take a little chunk from it, right? That's how I'm finding myself approaching price. Okay, so that right there is basically my outlook when it comes down to this beautiful, beautiful pair called the NASDAQ, right? With this beautiful pair called the NASDAQ. So I hope you guys have a clear understanding of what I basically just might mention, right? If I can just box it out like that. Okay, and then we have a whole new week ahead of us. You know what, fam? Listen, it's gonna be a new week, new opportunity. Money needs to be made, right? Money management needs to be applied as well. Fam, listen, they say that knowledge is key, right? But knowledge is not key if you aren't gonna find yourself applying your knowledge, right? So like I made mention, apply what you know. If you are wrong, cool, learn from it, try to rectify it, and that's how you're gonna find yourself learning, and that's how you make knowledge key. Okay, that right there is it from me, your boy D. I'ma see y'all in the next one. I'm out.